What's good? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Raw Game Marketing YouTube channel. Hit like, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell anybody. Let's grow, grow, grow. Let's grow together. Let's do this together. I'm here to give you some new data points for fundable for business credit. The things that your credit score should have. So this is something how your personal credit should look to make it pretty much fundable for business credit when you're going after business funding, because that is the overall goal. Leave comments in the comment section. I'm really gonna appreciate that. Now, what they're pretty much saying is you need a 680 credit score on the business side or greater. I'm gonna say nowadays you need higher than that 680. I'm gonna say 720 plus, 720 plus. Not saying that the 680 is not fundable or it won't work. This is just my personal opinion. I'm just gonna say, yeah, 720 or greater because of what's going on with the recession and how the economy is. But not saying if you got that 680 that you can't get funding. So just keep that in mind. Then I'm gonna say, now you can have an 800 credit score, but all 800 credit scores aren't equal. And all 780 credit scores or high credit scores aren't equal, because some people have an inflated credit score. What an inflated credit score means is that credit score is just built up with somebody may have added them people on for authorized user, or they have may use the app, those credit builder apps. And nowadays, lenders and banks, they can tell now. Not saying that they couldn't tell before, but I mean they could tell and they can check right now, because I had a friend of mine, and this isn't recent, maybe a couple years back, a few years back or whatever. They had end up cleaning their credit file, and they were added on as an authorized user, and it did boost their credit score. They had a pretty high credit score. They were in the high sevens. And basically what happened is they went to go get a car for funding and was still denied. I believe they were like a 780 credit score, and they still got denied because even though the credit file was blank, they was able to see that they were just like added on as authorized user. So be aware of this. If you have an inflated credit score, you may want to go back and reevaluate things and just start building your credit profile a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Now, the total accounts, I'm gonna say, to make a credit, to have your personal credit card fundable for business, total accounts on your credit history, you do have to have, you don't need a great amount. You don't need a whole lot of total accounts, but you do need certain things. I would say like loans, some credit cards, but you don't need like a great amount of accounts on your total accounts on your credit profile, because the overall goal anyways is, once you get enough personal credit, is to go after business funding. So total accounts really isn't, you don't need like an enormous amount, but you do need a good length of history. That is something that's important. That length of history. I'm gonna say the soft spot for the length of history is gonna be about 2 years. It's a soft spot that you'll be able to get that length of history and training. So 2 years. So you don't need, I got like 15 or 18 years on mine. So make sure you got good lengths of history, and length of history, 2 years. That's great. And let's see. So just make sure these things are definitely important that you need and you want to have for this. Now, also keep in mind that inquiries, definitely got to bring up inquiries. Now, your inquiries typically won't affect unless you got a whole lot, and it could be like your total amount of inquiries could be like if you got 10, you might have it like throughout all three credit reports. But usually within 3 to 6 months, lenders will look like past. You shouldn't have like a lot of inquiries between like 3 to 6 months, because they'll look past it if you do when you're going for funding. Now, a lot of people say your utilization needs to be 10%, or they got this 30% thing, which I did a great video on that. You guys definitely want to check that out. But they're saying 10% or under. I'm going to say you really want to be at your lowest utilization as you possibly can. I'm going to say maybe 3% and under, which would be excellent, like totally top tier, excellent to go after funding. No missed payments, no charge offs. So make sure you pay your payments on time. Now, if you do have some late payments, what I've heard, I haven't personally experienced this, that if it's been 2 years or longer, that it won't affect you. That thing won't affect you if it's been 2 years and longer. So make sure that if you can get those off, but sometimes you don't want to get that off. You might want to call whoever you've been late with and just ask as a courtesy. Don't be afraid to ask as a courtesy, one-time courtesy, if you're late only once, if they can remove it, or just try any type of negotiation with them where you could keep the account so you could keep that history if it's worth it. Because sometimes removing the whole account can actually hurt you, especially if you have some history built up with that person. And you could get your credit report from numerous of places. They got free annual credit reports.com. You can call Equifax, Experience, TransUnion. You can call all three of them and just ask them to send out a free copy of your credit report. I know around COVID and even a little bit after COVID, they was giving it out like a free credit report every 7 days, or a free credit report every day. So it's fairly easy to get your credit report. I like having mine in black and white so I could just directly see and go down the line and check things off as I go to get funding. So check out your credit report and remember these things for a fundable credit report. These are some of the things that you need. Sometimes you can skate by with a low credit score if you know, open things up, or you've been doing relationship banking. You can get by with a decent 680, 700 credit score. They will let you buy sometimes with those type of things. So just do your research and let me know, you guys, how things work out for you. Also join my school group, SKOOL, school.com. Look for Raw Game, RAWGAME, and it's free. Join it where we can all talk. It's a community, collaborate, uplift, share information and data points.